The curious case of Calvin Ridley continues in the next rendition of this buy or sell series with one of my favorite players to watch in the NFL. As someone who has an appreciation for route running, look no further than Calvin Ridley as someone who will consistently get open with his footwork and deceptive route running. He has an excellent release which makes him difficult to press, and playing in a fantasy-friendly offense down in Atlanta has done great things for him early in his career. Ridley was the second wide receiver drafted in 2018, 26th overall, just behind DJ Moore, and was once touted as the best wide receiver in the country. In 2019, he had 63 receptions, 866 yards, and 7 touchdowns on 93 targets in only 13 games. He's wide receiver 18 according to DLF Consensus Dynasty rankings, and he's wide receiver 19 according to May ADP data provided by DLF. Clearly, analysts at DLF and the public are in relative lockstep about Ridley, valuing him nearly identical amongst wide receivers. I feel like this is a little bit undervaluing him, and with the trade of Mohamed Sanu, you can really see in the analytics that there is room for growth, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Now, I wanted to take you back to his combine, where Ridley went through the pre-draft process similar to other top Alabama receivers before him, and was heavily scrutinized after an underwhelming athleticism similar to Jerry Jeudy, and was downgraded a little bit in the eyes of NFL scouts. The Falcons showed they believe in his talent. Even as a slightly older prospect, he showed so much polish in his routes in college and his ability to dominate. Coming into his third season, nobody's looking at him to be the number one when Julio Jones is on the other side of the field, but there is a reason why Ridley still has room for growth. Alright guys, so right now we're going to be featuring Calvin Ridley's deep out routes, and this is a route that I feel like he runs very, very well at the NFL level, even compared to some of the most elite route runners. This is a route that Ridley can really sell the go and then cut it back to kind of like a comeback or a deep out route 20-25 yards down the field and get those chunk plays for his quarterback. Now you're going to see him up against Dre Kirkpatrick. This is in his rookie season, and we're going to see him run this route here. It's honestly some of the best footwork I've seen in the NFL, and just truly amazed at what Ridley can do. Even as a rookie, he was so polished. For him to come in here and do things like this, it's just amazing. Full speed here, really presses on the corner's toes, gets deep and boom, cuts outside, drops the corner really. Didn't get the ball unfortunately, but that's okay. Now let's see again. He goes up, really presses the corner, pushes upfield, sells that go route. Next thing you know, cuts it to the outside. Dre Kirkpatrick lost his footing. He fell over. Matt Ryan just barely missed Ridley and overthrew him. Again, he's a rookie, so that's going to happen. Now, this is in the 2019 season against the Tennessee Titans, and then he's running this route against Malcolm Butler. He's doing the exact same concept he did as a rookie against Dre Kirkpatrick. He's going to go inside release. He's going to sell that go route, really press on the corner's toes, sell the go hard, and then cut back outside on more of a comeback and get an easy pitch and catch from Matt Ryan. Boom, gets that inside release, cuts inside a little bit. Boom, cuts it back. Too easy for Ridley here. Way too easy. Now I'm going to slow it down at the top of the route here so you'll really see what's going on. You see he jumps off, small cut inside to sell the go. Boom, slows down, stops on a dime. Malcolm Butler is just completely lost, falling over. Ridley's footwork on full display here on this play. Now on this play, you're going to see Ridley top of the screen running more out of the slot. And what he's going to do is take an inside release here to really get on top of that defender and stack him to make it easier for him to run this route. He has got single safety over the top. Let's see what happens. Full speed here, Ridley inside release, stacks, little wiggle inside, comes back outside. Easy pitch and catch. He's wide open there on that play. Now we're going to slow it down here again, top of the screen. Ridley's going to get that inside release with that great footwork, stacks the corner. Slow it down. Small little cut inside to make him think he might go inside. He doesn't. He breaks away from the safety, and it's easy pitch and catch here. Now I need you guys to remember this is a rookie. A rookie wide receiver did this to a veteran cornerback in the NFL. Oh my God. Did you just see that? Calvin Ridley just embarrassed Dre Kirkpatrick. How do you let that happen? He runs this little skinny out route. Next thing you know, ooh, bada boom, bada bing. Cuts it upfield. No safety help over the top. What is Dre Kirkpatrick doing? He's got no help. He's a dead man out there. It's honestly just embarrassing to have a rookie embarrass you like that. Ridley's an excellent player, but okay, let's go super close up. Let's see how it really looks. Slow motion. What happens? Yeah, that's about right. Dead man walking on that play. Jeez, that was just brutal. And that's not the only time he really made someone look bad on national television. Well, Just see what he does to the Saints on this play. Again, still a rookie. Stop, go, back of the end zone. Cash money between Matt Ryan and Calvin Ridley. Do your dance, young king. Do your dance. Jeez. All right, now let's slow it down here and see what happens. The thing is, top of the screen here, corner's got his head in the backfield. He's not paying attention to what Ridley's doing, so that stop throws him off. Ridley blows right past him when he starts going again. And you can see it. Like, you can see he's got his eyes in the backfield the whole play, and it's not until the ball is going over his head he realizes that Ridley's already in the end zone for a touchdown. Previously, I touched on DK Metcalf and how his red zone statistics weren't very good, and the reason why mainly is because he's not able to get open in tight spaces. Calvin Ridley could not be more of the opposite of that. His ability to get open in tight spaces and have a quick release is what makes him such an elite player in the NFL. On this play here, he kind of shuffles his feet as if he's going outside, comes back inside, breaks off the slant, and still is able to get there on time. And honestly, this is really just a timing route. If Ridley's not there on time, there's no way Matt Ryan's going to be able to get him the ball. Like, if you see how tight this window is, there is almost no way that Matt Ryan can get that ball unless Ridley is there quick and in a hurry. And for a rookie to have this kind of timing down with his quarterback, it's honestly just a testament for how good of a route runner and how good Ridley is as a player. And he's only going to get better with time. I mean, he's only getting better now. But when you see just what he can do, like, look at this play. Boom, stutters outside, comes back inside, cuts it inside, and then the route is just so refined. It honestly made this route look so easy, and you just wonder to yourself, how is it that someone who isn't really physically gifted is able to get open and score touchdowns? This is no accident. He'll show you at the top of this bunch formation at the top of the screen. He's going to kind of run a secondary route to adjust for his quarterback after running the first route where he was still kind of open. But you'll see what he really does and what makes him so special in tight spaces. He's done this at all levels. Boom, cuts outside, comes back in, has a little stutter. He's open, cuts back around for his quarterback on a secondary route, back at the end zone, touchdown. Very, very easy, when really it's not that easy. On this play, I know it's a little bit hard to see him, but top of the screen, this is literally the exact same route or a very similar version, except this time it's actually a drawn-up play. Rather than him cutting outside and coming back in, he just cuts inside like it's a slant, but goes around the corner to the back of the end zone. It's too easy for this guy. They literally took a play that he ran as a rookie and turned it into a new play in the offense in his sophomore season. Now, that's just a testament for how good of a player he really is. They took a play he ran as a rookie that he just instinctively did and turned it into an actual play for him to score a touchdown. Now, another part of his game that I think is a little bit underrated is just how strong he is at the catch point and his body control. And that's one area that he really excels at, and you can see it when he tries to make plays in the end zone. He's not afraid to go over the middle. He's not afraid to go up and get a ball. He's not afraid to catch a ball in a tight window. And that's one of the main reasons why I love Ridley. Not only is he great in tight spaces, he can change in a phone booth like Superman, but he can also go up and get a ball if he really has to. This game against Seattle, they're down big in this game, but Ridley still goes to the back of the end zone beside Austin Hooper out of the slot, and he's wide open, but he still has to make this play. This isn't an easy catch for anybody, but Ridley still makes that play, and he's able to make that play consistently at the NFL level. Now, from the back camera, you can see he's going to motion into the slot here, kind of behind Hooper to shield him. And then the defense doesn't really adjust. Hooper does a little cross. They lose Ridley somehow in this coverage. He's in the back of the end zone wide open. Matt Ryan hits him. But look at how much he has to elevate. And not only that, but keep his feet down to make that play and score that touchdown. Just amazing work here from Ridley. Now, in this play, Ridley's going to run kind of a corner route. He's going to break away from the linebacker and catch the ball. But what you're going to see is just how difficult Matt Ryan really makes this ball for Ridley to catch. There's no slouch here. He's going to break off, run up, break away from that linebacker, go up and get that ball. Go up and get that ball. And while Ridley here is playing beside an alpha receiver and honestly an all-time great receiver in Julio Jones, this really shows you that he has those elite traits too. He's not a guy who just catches the ball over the middle, kind of runs crossing routes, doesn't do a whole lot. He really is a refined route runner and a legitimate 1B to Julio's 1A for Matt Ryan. And it's the reason why Matt Ryan's going to have so much success this season, having both those guys on the field. Now, I already showed you kind of what Ridley can do as far as running shorter routes in the end zone, how great his footwork is, how he can run a really nice deep out route. Now, how about just going deep? How about just straight up burning guys? He's got to be able to do that if we're going to be buying him as wide receiver 20 in this offseason. Now, let's see this play against the Saints. Really simple go route here, not a whole lot to it. Outside release and just straight up beats his defender. Uses that deep speed. He's not like a burner, but he's got juice and he can burn someone in the open field if you let him. Now, this play here against the Panthers, it's a really interesting route concept, and that's why I wanted to show it. Now, Ridley here is at the bottom of the screen, and they're running basically a play action, so all the play is going to flow to the right. They're going to fake the handoff to the left, and then like everyone kind of knows, the play is supposed to flow to the right. You have crossers coming across the field, except what Ridley does is he runs more of a corner post. So he's actually going to run straight and then break off to the corner. His cornerback is going to think, and all the linebackers and safeties are going to think he's flowing with the quarterback. But he actually flows against the quarterback and goes on the other side of the field where he catches a massive deep ball from Matt Ryan, throwing the ball completely across the field. Now look at this angle where you can kind of see what Matt Ryan's looking at. He fakes the handoff to the left. He rolls out. You kind of see Ridley at the top of the screen doing that corner route, but then he breaks off to the post across the field and Matt Ryan hits him in stride. That concludes our film session, guys, and I think what we all take away from this, or at least I know I took away from it, is that Calvin Ridley truly has an elite trait. He has elite footwork and is an elite route runner. And that's something that you can really see all come together on that final play. They're running a fake run to the left, play action. He's supposed to run a corner route. The defense thinks he's running a corner route, but you know what? He is such a good route runner. He's such a great player that the Atlanta Falcons said, you know what? We're going to run a trick play just for Ridley to run a corner post to be open for a big play down the field. That's not a play that all players can make, because you really have to sell that corner route to make the defense believe you're running it, or else the play is not going to work, and that play is literally designed to go just to Ridley. There may be another guy open, but the whole concept is to clear out of that space and vacate it all on the left side, so Ridley is the only one there, and just like you saw, he was wide open for a big play. Now, obviously, you can say what you want about Calvin Ridley, but there is a lot of room for growth in this guy's game statistically, not just what you've seen so far in his 2 seasons, which have been pretty good, but he has room for growth here. Now, this stat was dug up by Rotoviz and Curtis Patrick, and I want to draw your attention to the split of with and without Mohamed Sanu. If he kept this pace for an entire season without Mohamed Sanu, like he's not going to have coming into his 3rd year, he would have had 91 receptions for 1,315 yards and 8 touchdowns. Now, as far as we've seen so far, especially in Ridley's rookie season, he can score touchdowns. He can get open in the end zone, and he can be a red zone monster when Julio Jones is being double covered, which is going to happen. And so whether you think Ridley has room to grow or not, this kind of tells you that there is a lot of room for growth here. 1,300 yards and 8 touchdowns is an amazing season for a wide receiver, and much better than what he's being drafted as right now. Now, this is May ADP at DLF for startup. And honestly, the most shocking guy still on this list is Juju Smith-Schuster at number 7. There is no way I would take Juju Smith-Schuster over Calvin Ridley. We know exactly who Calvin Ridley's quarterback is going to be for his entire rookie contract. He's probably even going to get re-signed. He's going to have Matt Ryan for the next 3-4 years. Easy. Juju has Ben right now for this year, who might retire. He's got Deontay Johnson up his ass, who's probably going to push him for targets all season long. I just don't see how Juju's even a value at number 7. I'd be easily taking Calvin Ridley over Juju Smith-Schuster. Now, as I was recording this a few days ago, finally DLF has released their June ADP, so I wanted to add a little excerpt update to this video, and you can already see Calvin Ridley is rising up boards. He's going as wide receiver 15 in startup drafts, kind of like I predicted, kind of like I was thinking already. This is more where he should be valued at, but even if you are buying at these prices, I don't think you're getting him at a bad value. There's still plenty of room for Juju to drop down boards. There's plenty of room for Mike Evans to drop down boards, and honestly, Amari Cooper may even be a guy who drops down boards a little bit, because with all that competition there for targets, there's no guarantee that Amari Cooper is going to be the guy getting all of the targets. It may be more spread around to where there's not as many for him to get, and as well, he's had some bit of an injury history, and if CeeDee Lamb really takes off, there's going to be room for him to grow into that offense. Now, of course, before we were talking about how CeeDee Lamb was ahead of Calvin Ridley, now, of course, he's behind Calvin Ridley. That rookie fever is really dying down, and you're seeing CeeDee Lamb drop down boards a little bit, Jerry Jeudy dropping down boards a little bit. But surprisingly, DK Metcalf is still sitting at wide receiver 18, and last week I was telling you to buy him. So you still got to be buying up DK Metcalf shares because he's still a little bit cheap. And I don't think you should make the same mistake with Calvin Ridley. Even though he's wide receiver 15 right now, he's going to keep going up boards. He's going to have a really good season. And even if you want to sell him after this year, when he gets kind of the very hype of hysteria, I still think it's a good buy right now as far as June ADP goes. And I'd continue to buy him heading into this season. Now, if you're new to the channel, I want you guys to subscribe. We're Destination Devy. We do Devy and Dynasty fantasy football related content to make you a better Dynasty player. We also recently launched our Patreon, so if you want to head over to patreon.com/allgas to check out our tiers to get even more exclusive access on everything Destination Devy, have exclusive access to me and Ray, to join the community, join the Discord. We have a lot of fun in there. We're really excited about it and can't wait to show you guys even more features that we're going to be rolling out in the near future. Hit the like button if you like this video, smash it if that's something that you're into, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Team Mac Production.